Okay, I always get this question, okay, how should I decide which property to invest? Okay, I think that this question, right, is the easiest question. Okay, but to a lot of people, this question is the toughest question. Okay, which property should you invest? You see, this is the difference between you guys and me. For you guys, right, you all will determine how much you all have, or how much down payment you all have, or you all will determine from the budget. Then you all go and make your purchase. Then, for example, let's say today, right, you seen a two bedder at, like, let's say 900,000 compared to a two bedder at, let's say 1.1 million. So you all will go for the 900,000 one because your budget only 900,000. But you see, to me is, if this 900,000 unit, the price is 900,000. Yes, you can afford it, but is this a good investment first? You see, my question is always, is this a good investment? And my question is not if I can afford it or not. You see, sometimes you can afford something, but it doesn't mean that this thing is a good investment. So if this thing is not a good investment, right, and you can afford it, I also think that it's not a good buy. So for property investment, right, you got to be very realistic, very, very direct. You got to be very confident, you know. You see, when I recommend my client to buy something, I'm 99%, 95% confident that this thing will make money. You see, a lot of factors will tell you whether this thing make money. If you all take a bit of time, right, go into my past few videos, watch my past few videos, you'll get a lot of tips that I shared. You see, for investment, right, there's always two ways to invest. There's always this thing called capital gain. Capital gain meaning that, let's say today you buy a 900,000, after 5 years is, let's say 1.2 thousand, then you make a capital gain amount. There's another way is called rental yield. So some people feel that they want to make in terms of rental. So this place, let's say, has a high rental yield, let's say 4%. Okay, in Singapore it's very hard to get 4-5%. It's normally 2-3%. 2-3% really you 偷笑 because very high really. So to me, right, I believe more on capital gain, because like I share with a lot of people, right, you want to do rental, you got to go central, because the people that is renting is never the Singaporeans. I have a customer that has a unit at this Fernview, a condo unit at Fernview. You see, the condos at Fernview, these kind of areas, the tenants are always Singaporean or PR. They're always people that is looking for a bargain. They are not people that is like willing to pay. But if you go to like units at, let's say, near the Singapore River, units near the River Valley or Novena, you realize that over there, right, all the tenants coming is foreigner, and the people they are willing to pay, meaning that willing to pay will also justify a higher rental yield in a sense. And these people, right, they are always foreigners. A lot of time, right, they come with a allowance budget one. They don't come from their own pocket. Then they are very cash tight, that kind. Then you realize that year after year the rental price will never go up, but it's not. Over there they come with a budget, so they will see whether sometimes they match the budget. And like, let's say for example, some areas, right, a lot of like Japanese like stay there, or this area a lot of Ang Moh like stay there, so those places will justify higher rental yield. So if you really want to go for rental yield, right, there's a lot of factors that you really have to consider. But if we look at properties for investment, right, it's very easy, because property for investment, basically you look at the price first. If you enter at the right price, you will be able to exit at the right price. Okay, so you have to firstly look at the price, whether is it reasonable or not, and what are the future potential that can cause capital appreciation to this project, so that next time you can make money in this project. I think that's a very, very important point. Okay, I'm not going to elaborate too much because I'll get very naggy and I'll be talking a lot about the same old thing that I talk in other videos. So when you look at which property to invest, I think you have to first come up with a direction, and really a lot of you got to really reflect on your own decisions, whether you are buying this place because this place is good, or because this place is something they can afford. You know, I feel that I've seen so many, out of 10 customers, there will be like 8 customers buying something because they can afford this place, but they cannot afford another place. But another place is definitely better. And I think the worst of all is that they say that, let's say they say, oh, I only can afford this. So they go for like some studio apartment. Not all studio apartments are good. Not all studio apartments at some areas are good. You see, I do agree. I do not 100% disagree on studio apartments purchase. I have friends that buy studio apartment because they would like to stay there. I think it's perfectly fine. You know, it's definitely a good investment if you buy a studio apartment and stay there. But if you're looking at rental yield, yes. But looking at capital gain, maybe it's a bit slower. So if you stay there, I think it's absolutely fine, you know, to start your investment early, because in the long term, right, if you spend a lot of money investing, and in the long term, let's say 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, definitely the studio apartment will still make you money. Okay, it's just that make how much, because the initial quantum that you put in is already not very high. Okay, but of course, if you are able to make it, right, I will still suggest a 2-bedroom minimum. 2 bedroom 2 toilet lah, I would say, because now there's a lot of 2 bedroom 1 toilet. I would say 2 bedroom 1 toilet, or they actually it's more of a study concept lah. Study, I would say those are really still considered 1 bedder to me. I say 2 bedroom 2 toilet is a very very good investment amount. Of course, some people may argue that 3 bedroom you have family buying, but a lot of people are forgetting about the demographic changes in Singapore. So in the next few years, I'm going to see less people getting married, less people getting pregnant with a lot of kids. So you'll see more people going for condos that is 2 bedroom. Okay, so choose the right property that you're going to invest. I'll say don't make the common mistakes that a lot of people are making in the industry, and go for the right starting price. Okay, or always remember, this is my opinion, capital gain is always better than rental yield. Okay, don't focus on rental yield. You will never get 4-5% in Singapore. Always remember that. But in capital gain, you can get 20%. You can also get nothing. Okay, so that is how big the gap is. High Park also 27% already. Okay, so that's it from my video, and please hit the subscribe button, and I see you at my next episode of this new series. Thank you very much.